The Simpsons is once again making headlines, from a quietly deleted joke from its golden era to major changes and big-screen plans for the future. Fans recently revisited a cut gag from Season 4's classic episode, The Front. The original scene implied a cheeky phrase, "You don't know," from Shinola, in a rejection letter Bart and Lisa received after submitting an itchy and scratchy script. Though no curse word was spoken, Fox removed the joke in 1993 due to strict broadcast standards. Decades later, the moment feels surprisingly tame, especially considering the show's famously edgy humor. Meanwhile, the series is officially retiring one of its most recognizable mascots. In a recent episode, Barry Duffman announced that the iconic Duff Beer spokesperson, the Duffman, has been discontinued, marking the end of the character after nearly 3 decades of appearances. Known for his signature "Oh, yeah" catchphrase, the Duffman first debuted in 1997 and became a staple of the show's satire of advertising culture. And there's big news for fans of Springfield on the big screen. 2 new Simpsons movies are reportedly in development. The long-awaited sequel to the Simpsons movie is scheduled for release in September 2027, following the massive success of the original 2007 film. Alongside it, director Boots Riley is adapting the experimental stage play Mr. Burns, a post-electric play, a post-apocalyptic story centered around episodes of The Simpsons becoming cultural mythology. Hey, lovely viewers, welcome to our channel The Simpsons 24 Hours. This is Simpsons. A moment was quietly cut by Fox over a joke that you probably missed. The early seasons of The Simpsons truly represented a golden age for the series, producing some of the animated sitcom's most iconic episodes and classic storylines. Among the gems was the comical Season 4 episode, The Front, which finds Bart, Nancy Cartwright, and Lisa, Yardley Smith, believing they can do a better job writing the itchy and scratchy cartoons than the current writers. However, The Front features an interesting gag that didn't make it into the final cut, and the reason why is hilarious. It's time to look back at the deleted gag from The Simpsons Season 4. During the scene in question in The Front, Roger Myers Jr., Hank Azaria, the belligerent head of Itchy and Scratchy Studios, is seen berating one of his writers before his secretary walks in with a script and letter sent by Bart and Lisa. He dismissively reads their letter briefly before calling his writer back into the room to throw the crumpled-up letter into the writer's mouth. The scene eventually transitions back to Bart and Lisa, who read that their script submission got rejected. However, the beat with Myers originally went much longer. In the deleted version, Myers begins dictating a rejection letter for Bart and Lisa, staunchly exclaiming, "In my opinion, you kids don't know," and the scene then cuts to Bart and Lisa at home. Lisa reads the letter and says to Bart, "I know what this word means, but what's Shinola?" The obvious implication is that Myers wrote to Bart and Lisa, "You kids don't know." From Shinola. No one actually utters the curse word in either version, but the meaning of Myers' statement is clear from the dialogue. It seems to be a rather harmless joke, and Lisa's response is hilarious since most viewers would likely understand the meaning of the curse word more than Shinola. For anyone wondering, Shinola refers to an old, defunct brand of shoe polish, so it makes sense that Lisa or almost everyone wouldn't have a frame of reference for what the word means, except for the playful alliteration. 33 years later, this deleted Simpsons joke seems pretty tame. 33 years later, this deleted Simpsons joke seems pretty tame. It's weird that this joke in particular got jettisoned, considering no one utters the swear word in the scene, and it's only implied based on the dialogue, which is part of the joke. However, its deletion represents how different television standards and practices were back in 1993 when The Front originally aired. At that time, even implied curse words were absolutely restricted. The deletion also shows how silly television network standards and practices could be back in the 1990s, considering far edgier content would always make it into the series. Case in point, the itchy and scratchy segments, which are outrageously violent. The Simpsons got away with a lot in terms of cartoon character nudity, sex, and violence, but it always came across like network censors were more concerned with naughty language. In retrospect, the later Season 6 episode, 201 Greyhounds, seems even funnier when Bart swears, and Marge, Julie Kavner, attempts to chastise him. However, Bart points out that he properly used the term to describe the dog named She's the Fastest, as that is the dictionary's clinical use of the word. The strict Marge remarks, "Well, I'm going to write the dictionary people and have that checked." Marge's response seemed indicative of network standards and practices. The Front remains a classic episode of The Simpsons. Although The Front had to remove a perfectly funny and acceptable joke, it remains a wildly entertaining episode. Hilarious hijinks ensue when Bart and Lisa have their grandpa, Abe Simpson, Dan Castellaneta, submit their script under his name. Also, Homer learns he never graduated from high school, so he retakes remedial courses to earn his diploma. One amusing aspect of the episode occurs in the final scene, which depicts an elderly Marge and Homer attending their 50-year high school reunion in 2024. This iconic The Simpsons character is finally being retired from the show. The Simpsons has been one of the longest-running animated TV series worldwide. The journey began in 1989, and since then, the beloved show has introduced and discontinued a lot of characters. In one of their recent episodes, the showrunners officially discontinued another iconic character from the series. Read on to know all about who it is. The Simpsons retire Barry's mascot character, the Duff Man. In their latest episode titled Severance, a comedic take on the hit web series Severance, the show's creators ended one of their longest-running characters. Without killing anyone off, Barry Duffman announced that his mascot character, the Duff Man, will no longer exist. The mascot for Homer's favorite beer brand, Duff Beer, was first introduced in an episode in 1997. While trying to recruit Homer to work at EOD, Enthusiasm on Demand, Barry announced that his mascot has been discontinued. He said, "The Duff Corporation has retired that character forever. All the old forms of advertising are now passé. Corporate spokesman, print ads, TV spots. Today's kids can't even sing the jingles." By the end of the episode, his iconic mascot costume was gone, and Barry Duffman was back in his original civilian clothes. This finalized the end of the Duffman. More about the Duffman. The Duffman was first introduced to the world on The Simpsons in 1997. He appeared in Season 9's episode The City of New York vs. Homer Simpson, and was voiced by Hank Azaria. He was best known for his iconic catchphrase, "Oh, yeah," which he used to say after every sentence. The Duffman's costume always consisted of a belt filled with beer cans, a pair of black sunglasses, along with a red cap and cape. He donned a light blue bodysuit with the word Duff written in big, bold letters across his chest. Last year in November, another regular on the animated series, Alice Glick, appeared for her last episode. Her character was killed off as she was shown bent over the organ keys, gone, with her tongue hanging out. Some of the other iconic characters that have been permanently killed off from the show include Maude Flanders, Mona Simpson, Edna Crabapple, Larry the Barfly, and many others. There are 2 new Simpsons movies on the way. Although viewers have waited 20 years for a new The Simpsons movie, the arrival of a sequel to The Simpsons movie and another feature-length project means 2 might now arrive at the same time. With over 800 episodes and 37 seasons to its name, The Simpsons is now officially the longest-running U.S. scripted primetime TV series of all time. As such, it is hardly surprising that The Simpsons Season 37 references old storylines in its new episodes. However, despite the show's longevity, The Simpsons only made the jump to the big screen once in the show's 4-decade history. 2007's The Simpsons movie was a critical and commercial success, earning $536 million on a budget of only $75 million. The Simpsons Movie 2 is set to be released in September 2027. Despite this, it took until 2025 for the show's creators to schedule a release date for The Simpsons Movie 2. The sequel is reportedly set to arrive in cinemas in September 2027, which is likely to coincide with the beginning of Season 39 if the series maintains its usual release schedule in the interim. While some of the worst seasons of The Simpsons were released since the arrival of the original movie, The Simpsons Movie 2 could not be coming at a better time for the show. Around The Simpsons Season 33, the show's writing improved noticeably, prompting numerous cultural commentators to argue that The Simpsons is now good again. Boots Riley is turning Mr. Burns, an electric play, into a movie. Alongside The Simpsons Movie 2, a very different feature film linked to the series may also be arriving on screens in the near future. Sorry to Bother You director Boots Riley confirmed on X that he will be making a movie adaptation of the divisive stage play Mr. Burns, a post-electric play. Written by and Washburn, Mr. Burns, a post-electric play is an experimental drama from 2012. The play takes place in a post-apocalyptic world where The Simpsons Season 5, Episode 2, Cape Fear, has become a pivotal text in the foundation of a new society. The Simpsons movies highlight a recent trend. Mr. Burns, a post-electric play, earned some stellar reviews from critics, who praised its bold, unconventional story, but the play was also criticized for being pretentious by other commentators. It is hard to see how I'm a Virgo creator Riley will handle the material on screen, but his movie version of Mr. Burns, a post-electric play, will undoubtedly be essential viewing. Thanks for watching this videos. Please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up.